How's everyone doing? You having a good time? Yeah. Let's go. We got 25 years of Dora the Explorer. Crazy. A lot of years of exploring. So today we're celebrating 25 years of Dora the Explorer, a show that taught a generation how to ask questions, solve problems, and say vamonos. Even me. Please join me in welcoming the voices that helped shape that show in your mind. Sasha and Kathleen, the voices of Dora in Backpack. Live mics on each.
Hello? Hi.
Hi.
How's the weekend going?
It's great.
It's good.
Yeah, very busy. A lot of Dora fans out there this weekend.
That's awesome.
Somebody came dressed as Dora yesterday. A guy. It was great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
If anyone has questions, feel free to line up over in the mic and we'll shoot them off. Yeah.
I hear some giggling.
I know.
It's okay.
So happy 25 years. It's a good milestone.
Thank
That
you.
show
Thank
crushed.
you.
It's so good.
Yeah, like we were just saying, like we feel 25 even though we're not. But it just, I don't know, the time went by so fast.
I know.
Yeah.
What do you think made the show so timeless for kids and grown-ups?
There's so many different, at least I think there's so many different elements. I mean, just Dora being Latina and the main character of an animated show is huge, and I think a lot of people resonated with her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the music, everything is just so catchy and iconic, and
I think it was like the original, obviously it's the first cartoon show that was bilingual. And then just like the music, the catchiness, I don't think there was anything like Dora when it came out. Now, a lot of the shows are like that, but Dora definitely is the one that like opened the doors for that.
Yeah, my kid loves it. the OG version, that one.
Yeah.
Initially, the show was it about animals? Initially.
Yes, they had an idea of Dora, I guess, was supposed to be a rabbit or a bunny of some sort, and everyone was supposed to be animals. And then the executive producer, Brown Johnson, I think went to like a conference where they were talking about the underrepresentation of Latin Americans in TV in general. So she came back and was like, no, I think we need to make her Latina. And then that started that whole change. So
yeah, it was a great change that we needed in the
Yes,
landscape.
for sure.
Definitely need more of it. So, let's see. Do you remember what the audition process was like? Because y'all had to be young. Yeah.
Let me take my mint out. So I remember I did the audition at the Nickelodeon studios in the city, and I was auditioning for Dora, but we all know how that went. I was 6 years old, and they were asking me, I did my lines as Dora, and they were like, just put the script down. Okay. So they said, can you do some animal noises? I said, yeah. So I did. I think it was like a cow, a pig. And they were like, do you speak Spanish? And I said, I do. They said, can you imagine that you just ate some really like tasty stuff? Like, what would you say? So in Spanish, I'd say, oh, delicioso. And they were like, like, it's so good. So that's where I was like, yum, 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 delicioso. And I remember I left and I told my mom, I'm like, I guess Dora eats a lot. Like, I don't know. And they called me like a week later. They're like, you're not Dora, but you're Backpack. And it's been the best thing that ever happened to me.
Wait, that you created your own line. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I did. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Exclusive.
They need to pay you more for that.
I know.
That's so fun. I love that. Well, we're the same age. We're
And
both
I
from
met
the-
Kathy.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever saw
Yes.
her, was at the audition.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So did we know each other before that? No. We were both she's from Jersey, from New York, but we would always meet each other at auditions. We're the same age, so we were in the same age.
Same reps, too.
Yeah, in the same reps,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And same thing, same audition was in Times Square. There's a 1515 Broadway was where Nickelodeon was. And yeah, I went in. I think the creators were there, which usually
Chris
is
Val.
rare. Usually it's just like the casting director, but they wanted to be involved in everything, which was great. And I did my lines, and then they were like, "That's great. Like, who are you here with today?" I'm like, "Oh, my mom." They're like, "Oh, can we speak with her?" And like coming from a Latin household, I was like, "Oh, why do you want to speak to my mom?" And they're like, "Oh, we just want to say hi." I was like, "Okay." So I go out, I'm like, "Ma, they want to talk to you." And she's like, "Why? Like, what happened? What did you do?" And I'm like, "I didn't do anything. I don't know. They just want to say hi to you." And she's like, "Okay." So then the creator, Chris Gifford, he was talking to her and just asking her like random questions about us. And then he was like, "Okay, nice to meet you." And then that was it. And then later on that week, we got a phone call and said that I booked the role. So it was pretty cool.
Nice.
And all we knew then, it was a pilot show,
Oh.
and it was on Nickelodeon. So we didn't know that it was going to be picked up or it was going to be this huge phenomenon all over the world that it is today, which is pretty cool.
Early on, was it always going to be like a focus like heavy on like educational stuff?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so.
It was always the direction. That's cool.
It did come off of Blue's Clues. So a lot of like that engagement and that the way that the show went, you'll see a lot of similarities between both. Yeah.
Obviously, you were kids, but what was like your first impression, like getting the role, like going out for it, like making the noises?
I think when you're a kid and you're working at like 6 years old, you don't notice that you're working, right? And I just remember we started recording together. They quickly found out we can't have multiple kids together, so they separated us.
We were all the same age, like 6, 7.
So I think the first time I thought like,
Oh my goodness, I just said it.
yeah. Wow.
I said 6, 7.
Oh.
I just learned what that was the other day.
My daughter, I don't know if you guys hear, my daughter the other day in the car, she's like 6, 7. I'm like, cut it out.
I don't even know what that means.
You see? I'm surprised you didn't catch me saying it.
Because she's only my nephew real quick. I'm like, what? But I think the first time I realized like, oh, we're kind of doing something cool. We used to get invited to like Nickelodeon, like movie premieres and stuff. And then when people would come and talk to us, and then I was like, oh, I think we're doing something. But when you're a kid, you really don't realize like this is work or this is, and then obviously when we saw it, when I heard myself on TV, for sure.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Like, you're just a kid having fun. And when you're recording, someone's giving you the line and then you're repeating it. So it's just kind of like, you're just playing with them in a sense. And they always tried to make it fun. But then seeing it, so we were cast when we were 7, and the show aired when we were 10. So like we were working on this for 3 years. I think both of us, it was our first animated like voiceover job. So we didn't really know what to expect or what we were doing. Like we're so young. So I remember when I watched it, when it premiered on TV at home, and just looking and hearing my voice, I was like, whoa, like that's me. Like I'm getting so emotional. Like it's so cool. Like it's like, wow, like all that work and this is what it is. And it was just, it's really awesome.
Surreal feeling.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty surreal. Yeah. And I don't even know if I knew what I was feeling, because at 10, you're so young.
Yeah, no.
Like, you're like, whoa, like that's what we were doing the past 3 years. It's crazy.
I'm on TV.
Yeah.
How did you guys find the voices and like the tone for your characters?
I think for me, I've always had like a deep, raspy voice, and that's why a lot of people used to think that Backpack was a boy. They didn't really ask me to change. What I do remember is I've learned to control it, but my voice is very powerful. So I do remember they used to put the microphone further away from me, and Chris would be like in the corner, and I have to repeat it, and he's like, lower your voice. I'm like, okay. But I think they liked that, like that raspiness that I have, and then it just kind of always stayed with me. So I don't think I had to do much, to be honest.
No, me either. That was my voice.
Got his voice, yeah.
My brother hated it.
Yeah.
So. But everyone else loved it, so it's good. It's all good.
I guess like more so for like the Dora, like with the character like breaking the fourth wall and kind of going back. Was it weird, like transitioning back and forth, like recording? No.
No, I don't think so. Because when you're recording, you're asking the questions, but it just seems natural because you don't really know how they're piecing it together.
Gotcha.
Like I remember reading, it says pause, right? Like when you're like, oh, like, do you see the mountain? And then there's like a pause, and then you're like, where? But then when the show came out, and then you hear
Dora's
Dora
staring at you.
and then she's staring, she's blinking, and you're like, oh, so this is the pause in the script. Yes, exactly. And that's what I was saying before. There's like similarities, but I guess with Dora, it's just a little weirder because she's animated.
Because everybody comes up and asks us, is Dora's blind? And I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
So
That's awesome.
here we are.
I guess for like voice acting, what is a typical day? Like how long you just in the booth? Like how long is that process a day for you?
I think when the show was first coming out in the beginning, you record a lot more often. And we were younger, so it did take a longer time for us to record. Like she said, we recorded together and then separate. But the majority of my records, I switched off with the voice of Boots. And we would record all day, 3 days a week. We would have a tutor. And then the other 2 days, we would just go to public school and then either record after school or not record those days. That kind of went on for maybe a little over a year. And then it starts to like die down. It's funny, like after, like when I was in high school, at times like they wouldn't even send like a director because we were so used to our characters and knew probably even better than anyone that they would send in, like how we would say it or what we would say. So it's just pretty cool. Like we got to really develop these characters and be so natural, and it would just come to us so quickly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did you have obviously probably had a lot of improv, like say or like kind of your own stuff, right?
I mean, Backpack did. I had a lot of improv when it came to like laughing, or if they were like, they just made a mistake, like, oops, that's a banana, like things like that. But other than that, it was pretty much what was on script.
Do you remember when you were like, whoa, this is like something special?
Comic Con. Yeah. The first Comic Con I went to. I think when it's something that you create and you grow up with, you don't realize how special it is, especially when you're a voiceover actor. I kind of had like imposter syndrome. I didn't really think like, people would be like, oh, she's a celebrity. And I'm like, no, I'm dropping off my kids at school. I'm going to ShopRite. Nobody knows who I am. But then you go to like these events where like people know who you are, and then you have fans bringing you things from their childhood, or like I get messages thanks to social media too. Like, my son was nonverbal, but then backpack was his first word, or you helped me through this, and fans crying when they meet us. That's when it kind of hits you like, oh, we did something, and we continue to do it. So that for sure is like the first time that I was like, okay, this is good. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we didn't grow up with social media, and people, at least in our worlds, didn't view voice actors as real actors, or I guess because they didn't really understand it, right? Unless there was the people who did know, like they knew, like, or were curious to find out who was voicing these characters. But other than that, it wasn't like, this big thing that it is today, I feel like. So I felt the same way, and like coming here to these conventions and meeting all of you and seeing you guys love us and the show and all of these other animated shows and animes, it's just incredible. And I'm so happy that voice actors and animation is getting the love and the recognition that it deserves. Yeah.
As the show's impact evolved over the years, from the original audience to new generations discovered on streaming, I guess it's people are still finding the show. So it's got to be crazy 25 years later.
Yeah.
The greatest thing is that, yes, there's a reboot now.
Yeah.
But you can watch the original. You can start and go back. And when we grew up, we had to look in like a TV guide to see when Dora was coming on. Like I still have those books. But like now you just boop, click, and there you go.
It's on YouTube or it's on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
And like your kids watch all these shows.
Oh, my kids watch it all the time, yeah.
How do you think Dora changed children's programming or shaped bilingual education on TV?
Let me think.
Well, it was the first She was the pioneer of bilingual animated shows. And then shortly after, you had, oh my goodness, Alma's Way. And I think it also highlighted other Latino actors and even other like voice actors who were in other projects. I think it just amplified them also during the same time because Dora was getting so much love. So like even like on Sesame Street, like those characters, they were Latino, and I think it just helped them also like magnify their characters and be okay to be like, hey, I'm also Latino. This is where I come from. This is who my family is. And I think it just opened the door for so many people and so many things within the industry. And just that it started in animation makes me feel so good, but also kind of sad because like people will come up to me and us and be like, you know, nobody looked like me on TV, but Dora was the first thing that I saw that like looked like me. And it's like, she's an animated character. One, it's horrible because we should have been doing better, but also I'm so happy to have been a part of this show that was a part of that, you know?
And I also think it made it acceptable and cool to be bilingual. Because I can't imagine a world where my 5-year-old daughter now, right? Like everybody in our house is tía, tío, abuelo, abuela. And I can't imagine a world where she never heard that. Or if she went to school and told somebody, my daughter doesn't say, this is my grandmother. She'll be like, oh, this is my abuela. You know, but imagine a world where people are like, what does that even mean? Like, what do you mean, abuela? So to hear like things that you say at home or to see people or just like the references and like bate bate chocolate, something as simple as that, it's huge when you're a Latino kid, right? It's part of who we are. And it just makes you feel more accepted in school and in the outside world.
That's great. What are your thoughts on how Dora's evolved from like the original show to spin-offs, reboots?
Listen, we're gonna be
Oops.
a little biased, okay? We were in there from the beginning, so
Right.
we'll always love that first. For me, I like to view it as like the Dora universe. So there's like multiple Doras, and like there's different generations now that watch Dora, and we can all be a part of it, you know. And she, like we're talking about, she is bigger than we can ever imagine. People who don't even know or watch Dora, they know her
Who
face.
Dora is, yeah.
They know when people make fun of her. Like she's just iconic. She's just everywhere. So I think there is room for there to be multiple Doras or different iterations of her. There's a new live action movie that just came out, and I do love that one. I think it plays a little more into her humanity a bit, more than the first live action did. So I love that one. But I love them all. Don't get me wrong. I love them all.
I like them all too, but the spinoff, I don't know why they had to change me so much. I just look like I'm another shade. All of a sudden I got like buttons and stuff on me. And then the song is just another song. So I feel like I do like the new one because my kids like it, and I like how the characters look, kind of like how the cartoons look now. It just looks like more real, and I do like the animation, but I just feel like when it came to me, they changed it a little too much for me. But if the kids like it.
Right. Yeah, it's for the kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you have a favorite episode or adventure from the early seasons?
The pirate episode is my favorite.
Dora's Fairy Tale is mine. But Pirate is definitely a close
Pirate,
second,
yeah.
for sure.
Or when my strap broke.
Was that in Pirates?
No, but I like that one too.
Your strap, bro?
Yeah, I got stuck in a tree. You don't remember that?
No.
Do you guys remember
that the backpack episode of how I met you?
Maybe. I don't know.
We're going to have to go back.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch.
Asking the audience to help solve problems became pretty much legendary. Did you ever imagine it would change how kids interacted with TV? Because I feel like a lot of shows after that started copying that formula.
Well, like I said, I think it started with Blue's Clues. From what I know, I don't know any other show that really did that. And then Dora did that. And I think it was just, Nickelodeon does a lot of research when it comes to their children's programming, and they do a lot of testing and see what kids react to the best. And I think that type of engagement really made the viewer involved in Dora's adventures or in whatever they were watching, you know? And I think it's important. And I always take it as if Dora's asking questions, it'll show you like it's okay to ask questions. Because I know we can all be in a place where like, oh, I'm going to try to figure it out on my own, like, and not ask anyone. But Dora, she's a leader, but she also leans on her family and her friends, and she asks questions. And she's asking the viewer, hey, I need your help, or I want you to help me. You know, I think that's important to learn when you're a kid, for sure.
100%. What was it like saying goodbye, then later returning as Dora's mom? Bittersweet.
When they recasted, we both had just graduated from high school. So at least for me, I thought I would have been more upset, but it was like a good transition time in my life where I'm graduating high school, I'm going to college. All my life, most of my childhood, I was Dora, and I'm like, okay, I need to figure out who I am without Dora and what I want to do. So I'm happy about the timing. I think it was right. And then coming back as her mom was weird because I felt old, but I was like, I could still do Dora, but I could also be the mom. That's cool. But I remember when I first went back in the booth, and like I just started to cry, and I was like, this is so crazy because you live your whole life doing this role that you love so much, and like now I'm back playing her mom. I just felt so like blessed, and within this industry, it's so hard, and you put in a lot of work, and it's like you get that yes, and it will always feel like amazing, and
She's gonna cry.
yeah, I'm gonna.
She's gonna
But
cry.
yeah, it's
Adrenaline.
just I'm so happy to be a part of it in this capacity. I would have loved to be Dora, don't get me wrong, but I do love to be her mom and play something else in my Dora universe. So yeah, and then Sasha they brought her back for the movie too. Yeah.
Yeah, but the lines were very different. I don't know if you guys saw the movie because there were things that Dora Backpack never said. My line that I remember, we were in the booth, I don't know how long, and I just had to keep repeating, my mouth is a zipper, like 1,000 times. And it was because her backpack, she like knocked out, and then her backpack all of a sudden started talking. So it was cool. It was just like it was like backpack remix because it was nothing like the show, which was cool.
That's great. What do you hope the legacy of Dora the Explorer continues to be for the next 25 years?
So the show rebooted like maybe a year and a half ago now, and I think it's important that it's reintroduced to this new generation because Dora still stands for what she stood when she first got released in 2000. And I just hope that she continues to be that leader for children, for not just Latinos, but for everyone, to be open to people that come from different backgrounds, from different cultures, and accepting of everyone. And you can be, you can just be like Dora, and I just want her to continue that, yeah. And I think that's what makes her timeless too, going back to the beginning. But
She said it.
Backpack was such a cheerful helper. How did you bring that supportive personality into your performance?
Listen, if it wasn't for Backpack, there would be no Dora. It's really that simple.
we wouldn't get anywhere.
No, literally nowhere. Somebody yesterday was like, without Backpack, there's no map. There's no map, there's no star, there's no binoculars, there's no sticky tape, there's nothing. She'd be lost by herself talking to a monkey. So she needed me. So I just knew, I was her talking Backpack, and I was always there for her. And I think that's really fun for me, like when I watch it. And I definitely get to see Dora now through like different eyes because I'm a mom, and seeing how like my kids, I never really thought kids answered to the TV until now that I have my own. And they really do get so excited, and they're like screaming for map and screaming for Backpack. And it makes them feel like, I feel like it makes them feel that friendship is very important. And it shows that you really can lean on friends who aren't your family, and they'll be there for you.
That's so funny. Everyone always thinks, me included, that like Boots was like the support character, but he didn't do anything.
No.
He was just there.
What do I do, Dora?
Yeah, he was just asking, oh, what do we do now? But it was really you that
Yeah.
was the support. Yeah, that's so funny.
What kind of feedback or like fan stories have meant the most to you personally?
For me, it's definitely the nonverbal, to hear parents say that, you know, their kids, or just feeling inclusive. I've heard stories of kids who were sick or during treatments, and having a backpack or a blanket was just like supportive. So just hearing those sentimental, it really does change something in you, because you realize that you really did something for these people.
Yeah, I agree. I've had similar stories, and it's when people get emotional, you know, you can really see how impactful our show was for them, in whatever way it was, if they express it or not. And anyone who comes up to us, I think, is so special, because you know, we all grew up together in a sense, right? And we share something so special. And even though we didn't know, we couldn't see each other through the TV, but it's like now meeting you in person, that connection, I feel like is so special too.
Or even just today, someone
Yeah.
brought us their childhood blankets.
Yes, to sign.
So to see those, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself still saying any of the quotes from the show?
Oh yeah.
All the time.
I say, seatbelts, so we can be safe.
That's what I say to my kids in the car.
All the time, that's a good one.
That's awesome. Guess we're totally done. If you could give any advice to your younger selves, what would you say before walking back into that first studio
God.
session?
That might make me cry. No, yeah, go first. Let's see.
That you're enough.
I'm gonna cry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as simple as that is, but it's hard.
Yeah, but it's beautiful though.
Yeah. Especially being two little girls of color. We both have curly hair, and we both were, our body shape back then was different than, I guess, like the girls that I went to school with. We were a little on the thicker side, just different bodies, right? We're Latina, it's different. Definitely just feeling like you're enough. And not only are you enough, you're special, because you're creating something that everybody that you compare yourself to isn't, because of how unique you guys are.
Well, thank you both for giving the world something we needed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't even ask anything else that's going to top that response, so thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions? No questions? Okay. Wait, is your name Will?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Is there going to be another animated Dora the Explorer movie versus you as Dora, her as backpack, and perhaps me as the voice of who's the monkey? Ooh, ah, ah.
Well, now that you mention it, we might have to.
We might have to
do
talk to
that.
somebody.
Yeah.
But I think there is a new Dora movie coming out, 'cause my daughter mentioned. It's like a mermaid.
Yes.
And she's
I
gonna be
think
in theater.
It was. I think it's gonna be released in select theaters. Yeah.
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 Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. If you guys haven't stopped by our booth, come say hi. We're there. Oh yeah, if you guys want to come up and we'll take a quick
A
selfie
quick selfie.
together.